And we're back again. A little impromptu Sunday night hangout here. First like, what's up, Nola? What's going on, man? Same old, brother. Another Sunday. Got tomorrow off, so contemplating plans for that day, which doesn't involve much. Doesn't need to. I've never had an opportunity to take this much time off near the end of the year. It's very weird for me. Almost dinner time for you. That's right. I just finished mine. Michelle's chilling in the bedroom right now. She's got a couple of the cats with her. Hail, Scroob. You did the salute. Nice. Hey, White Wolf. Ship's too big. If I look, the movie will be over. Hello, Latias. How goes it for you? Perrier, that's right, yes. Thanks for calling and not reversing the charges. Bye. Shithead. I was just thinking that too, yeah, with the second one coming out. What is up, Junebug? How you doing today? Just came back. My family's visiting my home province. Oh, nice. Yeah, a little last minute, like, let me come on here for hang out for a little bit. Oh, definitely, I'll let the kids watch it. Yeah, it's safe for kids. I remember seeing that movie in the theaters when it came out. Yes, I'm that old. Remember this? The theater I went to was originally called Cine 1 through 4. Cine short for cinema 1 through 4. They only had 4 theaters. Then it became Cine 1 through 6. Then it became Cine 1 through 8. So even had to break out the flannel pajama pants. Oh, there you go. Yeah, day was pretty good. I felt pretty accomplished. Double vacuum 3 out of the 4 rooms I needed to get done. Been helping Michelle keep up on the laundry today. She's been resting a lot today, which she needed to do. And did some editing for Panda. I got my reaction video for today up. So that's up. Please check it out if you haven't. It is a whole different experience than what I have done previously. So, yeah. Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and brown gravy. There you go. That sounds good. Yeah, what are we at around here? We're at 35 degrees Fahrenheit for our European friends. Use Celsius files out there. I think that's a thing. Hi. What's up, bud? Next episode of Wrestling Jeopardy I recorded will be probably up on Wednesday. I figured, yeah. I hope so by now. I'm hesitate to say I think Rhonda and Slash Boy are going to be mad at me for what I did with the sleep token video. But hey, I enjoy doing it. I'm getting a kick out of it. So, oh, there we go. Left Hand Path, Altars of Madness, Scream Bloody Gore. Oh, you shared it with Cece? What did she think? Oh man, that is a tough one. But if I'm going to go personally, I'm pushing Left Hand Path. I'm going to job, I guess, Altars of Madness and Endeavor Scream Bloody Gore. That is a tough one. I'd probably change my answer, at a different day. But now, Walt, do you know where I got the Rock Facts thing from? Do you remember what that's from? To them is on par with mine. They literally go from F yeah to what the F is this within minutes of the same song. Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I can't get into his voice. I tried. It's okay if you don't remember. It's fun regardless. Heel Rock, heel Stone Cold, heel Cena. We're gonna push heel Rock. It was the only successful one. We're gonna job heels. Well, we're gonna job heel Stone Cold because that should never have happened after WrestleMania 17. So actually, no, I'm gonna endeavor heel Stone Cold. I'm gonna job heel Cena. Whether anybody out there in the wrestling world likes it or not, Cena turning heel is the biggest wrestling story of the year. Whether you like it or not, and you agree with what happened, that's the biggest outcome that happened this year in pro wrestling. Now, I know you probably want to say something like the death of Hulk Hogan or something like that. Fair, completely fair to say that, but I'm talking in the positive sense here. They have a great drummer, though. Vestal is a good singer, but his vocals are not for everyone's ears. Yeah, I can't get behind it. But what they can do musically is fascinating. Just the way they are able to seamlessly switch between timings and genres and stuff like that. That's not easy to do. So, you give us a cool theme song. Maybe that was it. He literally replicates those exact vocals live. What's up, Tony? Why have WWE now decided to bury Julia? How have they buried Julia? I want to hear this. They put a belt on her. She's on TV. She lost. Is that burying? Because it's not. Actually, back on Spaceballs, oh so briefly, Rick Moranis came out of retirement just for Spaceballs 2. You know it's going to be good, yes. Yeah, Julia's not being buried. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if there's any carryover between Sleep Token fans and Ghost fans, because Ghost is a lot more simplistic. But the same kind of aura, I think, or, kayfabe behind it, I guess. As much as I don't like Sleep Token, at least they didn't disappoint like Dark Angle did. The way she lost getting squashed like that after the dressing room, that could have been a timing issue with TV. You don't know what the issue is. Just because it happens on TV doesn't mean it's planned 100% to the point. There were supposedly rumors that Punk went long in his promo on Raw. I would believe that did happen. Were people up in arms about it? I don't think so. Probably not as much as the internet wants to say. But I mean, losing a match in 3 minutes. I mean, nobody's gonna be talking about that in a week or so, and then they can rebuild Julia into something different. If anything, I think Julia needs to go back to NXT. Go back to NXT for a little bit. Put her in a feud with probably who's the chick that just got the belt. I mean, it would not hurt her to do that. So, and then they could bring her back up.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
You live again?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna throw those back in the drawer for the downy. She just warm.
Sure. Okay. That's fine, baby. You're tired. Ghost, I feel, is a lot more metal in the traditional sense. Lots of influence from 80s Aussie, it feels like. We live in a day and age where a schoolboy with feet on the ropes is a squash, because that's how Chelsea beat her. Exactly. Gee, she beat her like a heel. Go figure. As close to Stephanie Vaquer at the moment. That's not true. I mean, Rhea Ripley is still more over than Stephanie is, because even though Stephanie is over when she comes out, Rhea doesn't have to be on TV for a couple of months, and if she does come out, she gets the same reaction she always does. So, yep, Tatum Paxley, thank you. So yeah, I would not go by what the internet tells you. Go by what I'm telling you. I've got a little bit more experience than some of those people on the internet. Trust me when I say Julia's not being buried. Absolutely. Yeah, Rhea Ripley is one of the most over people. Now that's where I still say there is the potential of having Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky as a main event to one of the nights at WrestleMania next year. There is still time to keep telling that story, to keep building it, change it up, and do all that. I think it would be a valid, respectful match to plug and push as a main event. And I mean going on last, closing the show. Hey, Soulblade, what's up, man? Sleep Token fans are obnoxious on par with obnoxious Tool fans. Gotcha. Diary of a Madman, No More Tears, Ultimate Sin. I'm going to push No More Tears. I do love that album. It's, in my opinion, Ozzy's last good one. I'm jobbing Ultimate Sin, but that's because it's underrated and it's another great album. And I guess I have to job Diary of a Madman. Don't want to do that, but that's the rules. Same old stuff around here, bud. Stopping in for a little Sunday night hangout. See what's going on. Who do you think LA Knight's mystery opponent is? I'm going to back up what my wife said. And I would like to think it's Joe Henry. Will it be? Probably not, but I don't see why Joe Henry couldn't be in that tournament. Might just be me, but I've never met a bad Tool fan. Some that are as weird as Maynard, but still. Rugby talk. Sorry, I can't help you. Whoever it is, LA Knight's not winning. No, I've never chucked out rugby. The closest thing I've ever seen to rugby is the haka they do in New Zealand before their games. But isn't like American football just a derivative of rugby, only it's rugby doesn't have pads? And what is up with this sausage fest here? Where are all the women at? Where's our ladies at? Joe Henry's teaming with Thea Hale and going after Chelsea and Ethan Page, but then again, he could very well be the mystery opponent. It's interesting that they put like the mixed tag belts from AAA on those two, and then they put the U.S. title on Chelsea again. Got a challenge for you. Name every Motorhead album in order of release. Oh, God. I'm not going to get this right. Motorhead, Overkill, Bomber, Ace of Spades. If you want to count it, No Sleep Till Hammersmith. I can't remember if Another Perfect Day comes out before or after Iron Fist. Iron Fist, Orgasmatron, Rock and Roll, 1916, March or Die, Bastards, Sacrifice. Yeah, and that's where I lose it. Looking up rugby rules, then watch a game. So. I know the last Motorhead album was Bad Magic. Before that was Aftershock. Was Motorizer before that? Snakebite Love. We Are Motorhead, that was in there too. Kind of shocked you didn't include On Parole in there as you included No Sleep Till Hammersmith. That's true, that's true. There's also No Remorse, if you know what that is. Yeah, then I also forgot, what else was in there? Inferno's in there. The World Is Yours. Is that it? I think it's got God Save the Queen on it. I can't remember. I don't think Brock is in the tournament. Right, yeah, that's right, Will. Yeah, they'll no longer be making the penny. Overnight Sensation is in there too, thank you. It's okay, Will. You're passionate about your pennies, man. It's all good. Wrestling fans are the most unsatisfied fandom. Will Ospreay can show up and be given the WWE title on his first day and they'd be like, still complain. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're not saying that's you, Tony. We're just saying in general. Maya Lesnar, Nicole Bass, China. I would bang the shit out of China. She's got experience. I'll probably marry Maya Lesnar because, you know, they got money. And, yeah, I'm taking out Nicole Bass. Punk and LA Knight as a full-time tag team. There you go. Chat GPT for matches. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. Another internet rumor that doesn't make any sense. So, because all Chat GPT, all AI stuff does, it just goes to search engines and compiles the information quicker than we can. So it's going to Google, it's going to YouTube, it's going to Yahoo, it's going to just basic websites. It doesn't know more than the information we give it. That's not how that stuff works. People keep saying they have financial issues. They don't. I don't know where they get this from. If they read their actual financial reports, they're fine. Okay, they got money. Rhonda, I hope you don't hate me after my latest Sleep Token reaction video. Yeah, I know. I want those issues. Jeez. And also, people need to remember Triple H does not own or run everything about WWE. So don't get mad at him when, you know, Nick Khan, TKO, the board of directors, they're making these decisions about WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Triple H has nothing to do with that. He can't really make that call. So, no, it's not aliens. Mm-mm. Milky Way, Snickers, Heath Bar. Ooh. I'm pushing Snickers. I love me a Snickers. I'm going to job Milky Ways. Endeavor Heath Bars because at my age, my teeth ain't as good as they used to be, and I just can't chew them as much as I could. I didn't say anything bad about your boys, okay, Rhonda? I took some liberties and had some fun with the video format, and chances are I'm going to keep doing it because I really enjoyed doing that video. Triple H has nothing to do with fans having to take out a second mortgage for Mania tickets. Exactly. That's TKO's decision. So you won't be mad at somebody, be mad at Nick Khan and his crew. So many eyeballs from Rhonda. Now I'm getting nervous. Yeah, we never found aliens yet because there's been no aliens here. WrestleMania needs to come to England as well. It needs to come to England, in my opinion. Or if not WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble could go there. SummerSlam could go there. You know, any of the big PLEs. Let's be honest here. WrestleMania gets the most promotion, but by and large, WrestleMania is not the best show. It makes the most money, yes. In business sense, yes, it's the best show. But quality-wise, it's not always the best one. And I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. I think WrestleMania 42 is going to suck. Almond Joys, Mounds, Three Musketeers. I'm going to push Three Musketeers. It's light and airy, so you can like down a few of them. You don't feel bad about yourself. I'm going to job Almond Joys. I like almonds, so I don't mind that. Endeavor Mounds because they're kind of just boring. You know, and sometimes the coconut gets stuck in your teeth. Yeah, Sleep Token are fine musicians. You'll hear me talk about that in the video, but they're just not everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, they definitely need to come to the UK. But as I was saying, SummerSlam can go to England and the Royal Rumble could go to Germany. You know, yes, WrestleMania is going to Saudi Arabia. Whatever, who cares? But all these events are big enough now that they could go internationally. Yeah, I hear it. People still think Area 51. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, cool, but they aren't winning me and Scott's album of the year. No, they're not. No, I still have to listen to Testament's new album. Why do I think WrestleMania 42 will suck? WrestleMania 2 sucked. WrestleMania 12 sucked overall. WrestleMania 22 sucked overall. WrestleMania 32, the highest drawing WrestleMania in history. They don't talk about it. There tends to be a history and a recurring theme that if the WrestleMania has a 2 in the number at the end, they're not good. Before you say anything, I grew up, you know, I'm an old guy, okay? I remember when WrestleMania 2 came out and I watched it. I loved it as a kid, but you don't watch it now because it doesn't live up. And it's a one-match show, and it's not necessarily the one that was selling it. One of their best. Are you selling out 1.4 million venues? No, not at the moment, but, you know, I'm not scared of showing who I actually am and hiding behind a mask or a persona that's not me. So, you know, numbers don't impress me. Stand up there without your makeup on and then see if you can still wow the people as much as you do. What you said, are you selling out? I mean, this is my chat here, Rada. So, I mean, are you talking to me or are you putting the you out there? Context is important, my dear. You want to play this game with me? Come on. The European fans put the American fans to shame with the crowd interaction. That is 1,000% true. All right. And now the American fans are copying the European fans even more. I don't care if you make an age joke about me, Will. That's fine. I'm old, so it's okay. Not you! Trying to clarify, everybody. She's not talking about me specifically. Very popular. My daughter spent $500 to see them last month. Not disagreeing with their popularity. Absolutely not. But, you know, Taylor Swift is popular. Not everybody likes her. So. Yeah, 22. I mean, some of the matches are good, but I mean, overall, people don't really talk about it that much. So she was ripped off. I'm guessing she went in New York, which probably, prices got jacked up. Oh, they went third party. That might be it. Yeah. Ticket prices are absolutely nuts right now. Absolutely. Another reason I don't go to concerts anymore or, a wrestling show. That's basically it. That's what you hear about that and Trish and Mickey. Or no, was that 21? I don't remember. Oh, Barclays. Oh, there you go. That was in Brooklyn. So, mm-hmm. I mean, WrestleMania 12. What do people talk about that one? Brett and Shawn. Great match, but that was it. We're going to talk about Warrior and Triple H. Backlap Brawl, yes. Yes, but again, WrestleMania 2, there's a lot wrong with that show. The tag title match is great. A misconception, though, is people say that the tag title match was the main event for the Illinois portion of WrestleMania 2. That's not correct. The Battle Royal was pushed as the main event for that area. The tag match went on last, but it was not that. Trish and Mickey was 22, thank you. They went on a special sale. I got 3 tickets for $90, and they spent another $45 to upgrade them. That was the handicap match between Taker, Train, and Show. That was 19. No, because AXS and also Sleep Token made sure tickets couldn't be hiked up. So if she bought outside Ticketmaster and AXS, then she was ripped off. There you go. I trust Rhonda. And WrestleMania 32, I mean, again, the biggest drawing single night of WrestleMania in history, and they hardly ever talk about it because of the failed experiment of Roman Reigns with Triple H in the main event. '40 is still currently my favorite. When Cody Rhodes finished his story, it was truly amazing. Yeah, that's undeniable. It definitely goes up as one of my top favorites. Nathan Jones basically removed outside a last-minute interruption because, yes, basically, yes. Because it's supposed to be Taker and Nathan Jones against A-Train and Big Show, and they were like, nope, he's not ready. Yeah, no AJ Lee yet. I'm still figuring, she's got other stuff going on. So she probably has a contract where she has, a lot of leeway. Yeah, so that's where I'm not too confident about WrestleMania 42 as an event overall. Where I rank WrestleMania 30, one of the best formatted WrestleManias is only 7 matches. And the whole, Daniel Bryan story was fantastic. Yes, it was the ending of the streak, and for that, it is a memorable night. So it's a top 10 for me. Oh, thank you. New York and Illinois only states that would allow third party on tour. What I've heard. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree that wait, always go through Ticketmaster Access. Don't go through StubHub or third party. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. So, WrestleMania 3, 13, 23. Hmm. 13, again, a one match show, pretty much. Stone Cold and Brett. No, wait. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah. Stone Cold and Brett. Um, WrestleMania 3, you got Hogan Andre, you got Savage Steamboat, you got Jake and Honky Tonk Man, you got Piper Adonis. And 23, I couldn't even tell you the matches that happened that night. Um, so, yeah, I'm going to say I'm going to push 3, Job 13, Endeavor 23 as an overall show. I'm still happy that CM Punk became heavyweight champion and there's no disruption at the end. Jey Uso doesn't need to be champion at the moment. He's over enough. Yeah, of course they're turning on him on the internet. Of course they are. Kurt Angle, Benoit, Jericho. That was WrestleMania 20, or excuse me, WrestleMania 2000, which is WrestleMania 16. That's where the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship are on the line. Has been kind of stale as of late. I skipped SmackDown to watch the new Frankenstein on Friday. Worth it? Yeah, I heard that was really good. I saw your post about it. And yeah, I think at the end of this month, I'm going to suspend my VPN for the month of December because the only show I really care about in December is Cena's last match. That's on Peacock, but we won't be here for it. We'll be in New Jersey visiting my sister for Christmas. So I'm going to have to watch it after we get back. What do you think is the worst Mania of all time? 24? No, that's no, not 24. Sorry, that's that's Flair, Michaels, and that's Edge Taker. I'm gonna say 27. I think 27. Worst WrestleMania was 15. Okay, because I think 27 is Miz and Cena. I don't remember anything good that happened tonight. 2000. Okay. Yeah, 2000 is pretty bad. It says the worst was 30. Yeah, you can cut. I'm going over in my head. If you kind of look at, I was at Mania 11. Okay, so I have a little bit of a special place in my heart for that. 27 and Taker trips. Oh, you're right, but it was their first match, not the Hell in a Cell match. Tony, don't agree with that because him against Hogan at 19 stole the show. Now, WrestleMania 30, I do not. Oh, Brock Goldberg? No, that was not 30. That was. Which one was that? I forget. But as I was saying before, um, usually like 10, 20, 30, 40 are pretty big WrestleManias as far as like storyline and quality and stuff like that. It's the next ones that come after that where you start to get the decline in the bell curve before it comes back up again. So that's where I'm thinking. WrestleMania 40 was fantastic. 41 was good, not as good as 40, and 42 is probably going to continue the downward cycle, I think, until we get to around maybe 44, 45, and then we're going to start to see the upswing again. WrestleMania 12, 15, 18. I'm going to push 18 because I was there. I'm going to job 15 and Endeavor 12. Oh, that Goldberg Lesnar. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the later one. Yeah. That was WrestleMania 20. It's the worst match on the card, but it's not a bad WrestleMania. Far from it. Far from it. You know, Eddie and Kurt, fantastic. Benoit, Triple H, Shawn, great main event. Christian and Jericho, great match. Vince Hogan was awesome, probably top 5, absolutely. Mania 5, 6, and 7, push job Endeavor. I'm going to push WrestleMania probably 6. I'm going to push 6 out of that group. It's Canada. It's the Ultimate Challenge. You know, you got Colossal Connection against Demolition. You've got Dusty and Sapphire with Miss Elizabeth against Macho Man and Sherry was fantastic. It was so much fun. Yeah, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to job 7 and Endeavor 5. Hogan theme songs. Real American, NWO, Voodoo Child. Push Real American. I mean, that's the song really you think of when you think of Hogan, if you're my age. Job, Voodoo Child, Endeavor, the NWO. Yeah, it was good. What was the Mania where the main event was Bam Bam versus Lawrence? That was 11. That was 11. Yeah, main event should have been Michaels and Nash. Yeah, I mean that's hard to debate against that fact that you know Shawn and Taker from 25 was great. It's better than their 26 match, not by much, but it's better. Eye of the Tiger, ravishing American Made. Pushing Eye of the Tiger, come on. Jobbing American Made, Endeavor ravishing. Mania 25, which in reality was actually Mania 24, but people forget that. I mean, that was one of the most consistent runs of The Undertaker's career. You know, those WrestleManias, probably starting at 24. You know, so, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 24's Edge, 25, 26 is Shawn, 27, 28's Hunter, 29's Punk, 30's Brock. And then, you know, he lost the momentum a little bit and got it back. His New Japan wrestling theme became the theme to the Rock and Wrestling cartoon, right? Yeah. Mania 28, 29, 30. I'm going to be biased. I'm pushing 29 because I was there. I know it's Cena Rock too, blah, whatever. So I'm pushing that. Job 30, Endeavor 28. Actually, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can't do that. I must do something different. because End of an Era was 28, and that's better. So I'm going to have to now, all right, I got to change my mind here, and I can do that. I'm pushing 28. I'm going to job 30 and endeavor 29, because if I'm not going to push 29, what's the point of jobbing? I might as well endeavor it. Kane 1, Kane 2, Edge. I'm guessing you mean Kane 1, 14, Kane 2, 20, and then Edge in 24, right? Because of those three, I'm pushing the Edge match. Job Kane 1 at 14 and endeavor Kane 2 at 20. Yeah, Edge said no. Yep, and good for him doing that. Mm-hmm. If anything, Bray should have gone up at WrestleMania 30. He should have beaten Cena. So WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3 opening matches, pushing the hell out of Tito versus the Executioner, Buddy Rose. Job, Can-Ams versus Orton Morocco. Endeavor Orndorff Morocco, because it's the opening match of WrestleMania. It's cold. They have no business being out there, and it ends in a double countout. So I know, different time frame, and I understand that. I make that argument, but still. Yeah, Tony, it makes a lot more sense to say it should have been Roman that ended the streak. But that's not the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, it was an offshoot of Hogan Bundy. I get what you're talking about there, but it didn't. They didn't give the match any time. They do promos with the guys and they just overdub them during the match. They don't show any video footage. It's just cold in that respect. Well, yeah, Hogan Bundy was the first Mania match in a steel cage, but it was only the second Mania. But yes. And it was the first heavyweight title match at WrestleMania. Yeah, complete dud. Let's see, I'll run it down for you. Orndorff Morocco. Boring match, cold, ends in a double countout. IC title, Savage, George Steele. Savage wins feet on the ropes. Oh, a feet on the ropes, a heel winning, go figure. And Steele no-sells the elbow drop. So, garbage. George Wells against Jake Roberts. Good psychology because Jake sells the whole match for George and all he hits is the DDT to put over the finish. The boxing match, garbage. Then we go to Rosemont. Flag match with Kirshner and Volkov. 2 minutes, Kirshner wins. Women's title match, yay. Battle Royal, Andre wins. Tag title match, new champs, great tag match. We go to LA. Hercules against Ricky Steamboat. Uncle Elmer, Adrian Adonis, 2 minutes of nothing. Tag match. The Texans against the minorities. If you know, you know. And the Texans win. And then Hogan Bundy. Yes, Walter got the quote there, yeah. Mr. Wonderful, the embarrassment of WrestleMania 1. All of a sudden you come meet the magnificent Morocco. You're about to become the embarrassment of WrestleMania 2. Yeah, that was Jake's, like, he had only been in the company briefly at that point, and he was a heel at the time. Yeah, exactly. Now, you can argue that his character doesn't really do that. He doesn't really take finishers, doesn't sell much. You know, it's the wrong kind of pairing up. but it was part of the angle at the time with Elizabeth. Can we agree that Slow Chemical is one of the greatest WWE theme songs of all time? Oh, it's definitely up there. That is definitely up there. You can't deny it. It's a great one. Heard the same things about Steele. Him and Bruiser Brody would have been amazing tag team partners. That's it. That's all he needed to do at that stage. He was too old to do anything else. You Think You Know Me is the best theme. You Think You Know Me on Kazoo is even better. You Think You Know Me. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. You like the original version of You Think You Know Me more than the early 2000s, Edge. Okay. He also had one of the worst ever theme songs, the Dentist one. Yes. Just a drill. Horrible. Just horrible. Which is worse, that or the right to censor? Do you think Jericho will come back? Yeah. Yep. Imagine being an indie guy in the early 2003 using Metalingus only to turn on Raw one night, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Original 97 red and black, 99 inverted black and red, 2002 half mask. Of those three, I actually like the inverted black and red outfit when Paul Bearer was with him. I like that outfit the most. Second is the half mask, because now he could talk, he could project, he could have emotion. So that was help developing the character at least. And then Endeavor, the first outfit. Thank God we didn't see much of the cape. There is footage out there, I think, of some house shows where he shows up with the cape on, but I don't think there was any appearance of it on actual television or a pay-per-view. Could be wrong about that, but I don't think there was. I don't know about Goldberg's son joining anybody right now. I swear I saw an interview where Glenn said Kane was originally meant to be the Ministry with a purple and black outfit, be in the Ministry. Because that album came out in August, Edge started using it, I think, around 2005-ish. But I know what would have been cool, a green variant of Kane's outfit when he was with X-Pac. That would have been interesting. But he would just look like a giant weed. Or a giant, bag of weed. A bag of weed, a bag of weed. If Jamal will not have been fired before he was rehired as Umanga, he was actually going to become the Hurricane's sidekick. I don't know about that, because that's when Rosie was teamed up with Hurricane. I'm sorry, that was previous. That was after that. Yeah. So then there's the blue and black Kane on some Independence, and if you know, you know. It looked like a Christmas creature, yeah. Uh-huh. Lawler could never let that go. For some time, I always thought black and green Kane was an actual thing. Yeah, it's like a Mandela effect. You think like, wait, did he wear green and black once or twice? Blue Kane, yep. Cocaine. That's it right there, yes. Did you ever play American football? Kind of. Only in school. I thought he wore it once while teaming with X-Pac. So she don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine. Yes, Tony. Somebody confirmed that in the chat earlier. Finger 11 wrote that slow chemical for Kane. And Walt, who's the group we got to interview on Necro one time that does Big Show's theme? Oh, who could forget Gain? Yes. Brand new sin. There we go. Yeah, I know Tom goes on and on about them. All right, Soul Blade, good seeing you, buddy. You have a good day, a good week, the whole nine there. Yep. Gain teaming up with them kind, yes. It was on the Punisher soundtrack shortly before WWE picked it up for Kane. Yeah, Wyatt 6 is going pretty good. I'm glad the MFTs have the makeup now. It definitely makes them way more imposing. Michelle was asking me, now who's an MFT again? And I'm like, that's Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Tala Tonga, and Jeff Cobb. I can't remember his name. Kane and Rikishi versus X-Pac and Road Dogg is probably my favorite Mania squash. Which one is that? Is that 15? Yeah, they're kind of anti-hero. Speaking of the Punisher soundtrack, have you heard the Damage Plan song on that was not on the new Found Power album? Would have been better if Kane tombstone Tori and joined the Too Cool dance at the end. Never forget that house show I went to in Albany, at which coincidentally SmackDown's in Albany next Friday. 2000, thank you. So a year later. Yeah, that house show I went to was X-Pac and Kane against Saturn and Malenko, and maybe Too Cool was in there too. Hey, stranger, what's up? Carnival, how you been, man? And seeing Kane do a double bionic elbow. Oh, R-Truth is a national treasure. He needs to be protected at all times. What if he is the one to face Cena in his last match? I think that would be poetic justice. Kane saying suck it. Kane doing the spinneroonie. Kane liking poontang pie. Yeah, the Kane-a-rooney. That was stupid. Hi, Panda. Yes, it is a Scott. One of many. Yeah, I'm gonna push Kane doing the Kane-a-rooney because that was so ridiculous. I'm gonna job him liking poontang pie and endeavor him saying suck it. Bring his own balls, yeah. Just trying to march through the college semester. Yeah, how's that been going? Last time I saw you in the chat, you were talking about it. It was going pretty good, from what I remember you telling me. Yes, the sexy person is in the chat now. Yes, sexy has entered the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Two heaviest wrestlers went to the back into the ropes, then one ended up falling out of the ropes and like landing on his ass outside. Mm-hmm. When you broke the ring, did you have to pay for it? Setting Jim Ross on fire, shocking Shane's nuts. Say that 5 times fast. Saying he will set himself on fire. It's one of the iconic things is him saying I will set myself on fire, so I'm pushing that. Jobbing, shocking Shane's nuts, and endeavoring the Jim Ross thing. That was not necessary. The Twins were happy to see Kane show up and squash the Good Bros at that house show when back in 2017. I've hit some bumps in the road. I had to drop out of my Python class because I just didn't understand it as clearly as I possibly could. Trying to get my grade up in fundamentals of communication. Okay, well that happens. You know, that does happen sometimes. The load gets a little too much, and you're making the right choice by getting out of that so you can concentrate on the other one. That's a good move. Oh, that match. Oh, you're talking about the twin, yeah, Bossman and it was Akeem that fell through the ropes. Yep. Concessions Kane, fake Kane, corporate Kane. Pushing corporate Kane, that was way more like Glenn Jacobs really is. Job, concessions Kane, and Endeavor fake Kane, because we had a few. Halloween was fine. You know, it was nothing special around here because we celebrate Halloween, you know, for months. So it was good for what it was. The rest of this year, y'all, is going to fly by. So, you know, just be ready for that. Akeem, the African Dream, yes. I definitely need to go live more often. Subs and earnings went up with no effort. There you go. Yep. And it's going live on your phone that does seem to get more engagements. I do find that when I go live on my phone, like I did Friday, I'm getting more people to come in the chat than normal. When I do it like this, it's kind of the regulars, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, so definitely something to keep in mind. So that I can send you a request. I got a good song for you to listen to and react to. You probably already heard it, but I still would like to see your reaction. Just send it to me, Carnival. It's okay. I never need to see someone that big wearing something that tight again. At least a man, that is. Yeah. Somebody uploaded on Twitter the debut of Akeem, that whole stupid vignette they did in that alleyway somewhere. So ridiculous. Who just said that? I'm not doing that, Junebug. We're not doing that, okay? Jesus. Beginning foot surgery soon to have that tumor removed from her ankle. Good. It's benign, but it's interfering with her curling. Consultation with the surgeon is this week. Okay, good luck with that. All I'll say is I have a job for Panda. What? Yeah, food surgery, yeah. It's what chefs do, they're cutting and slicing, sometimes binding things together, so. Shapewear. The goal is to minimize the rolls, people, yes. It's not rolls, it's layers of lusciousness. Yeah, I like rolls, yes. Hello, Super Sam. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, man. Oh, hey, Addie. My next video of playing Wrestling Jeopardy will go up on Wednesday. A job? What am I getting? What? Voluntoid for? Jeez. Dad went to the bathroom. Go bang on the door right now. And tell him I said so. Thick thighs save lives, that's right. Can you believe this crap with Nixon, Newell, and her girlfriend? I don't know what's going on with that, but even she said, don't believe everything you see on the internet. And I don't. So, yeah. Voluntold. I'm sorry. Remember, bad eyes. It looks like an eye. Voluntold. Who the hell walks out on wrestling shows? Again, I don't think she walked out. You just sent it? Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, because Deb sent me one. It's another one of her son's bands. Her son's in like 3 bands, by the way. So I think she sent another one of his, and then you sent me one. So I'm going to try to get those done this month. Thank you. Technically, an uppercase I is just a lowercase l. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, an uppercase I is just a lowercase l. Let's see. Now, DLC for 2K25 next week. Tito, Wonderful, JYD, Jesse, and Sid. Oh, interesting, Carnival. I don't know the song. I know who that is, but I don't know the song. Okay. I would make a mental note for my reaction to just listen to the song and give me your thoughts like after the video. It's one of those country story songs. Dad's back from the bathroom. All right, did he flush? Seriously, did he flush? And did he spray? I know what that boy's diet is. I'm picturing the conversation going on in that household right now. And it brings a smile to my face. Yeah, that's true, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't check it out. So I have no problem with it. Just wondering why the title is "Don't Pet the Monkey." That's why it's causing causes you go, what? I peed, so I need to spray unless I'm eating asparagus. Okay. Again, did you flush? It's not a bucket. You left the suds in the bucket and the clothes hanging out on the line. We were listening to that song on Friday when we were driving back up from Rutland. Lock the door and turn the lights down low. As long as he washed his hands. Classic 85 Orndorff with his I'm a Fighter theme music. Deep cut. Wow. And yes, I flushed. Okay, good boy. Washed hands too. There you go. Did Atticus bang on the door like I told him to? No. Damn. That boy don't listen. Nice boy, but about as sharp as a sack of wet mice. He said that's rude. Yeah, it is. That's why I asked him to do it. If your buddy's in the bathroom and you don't walk up to the door, bang on and go, hey, birth defect, you're not Gen X. Out of curiosity, when you were wrestling, did you ever face somebody that was foreign and had like a weird thing that you didn't understand? Yes. Wrestled a guy from Scotland, and he had a totally different background training-wise. He had some stuff in there I'd never heard of. And yeah, it was an experience, I'll tell you that much. And it wasn't nothing to do with his accent, which was pretty thick, but it's just a different mentality, a different style that I was not used to. I don't know if he trained with McIntyre. He's not in the business anymore. I know that. James something. James Wallace, formerly Jay Phoenix, which RJ actually talked about him on an interview, on one of his interviews. I think it was with Josh, whatever his name is, the guy from Canada that he knows. Go away, boy, you bother me. Step aside, son, you bother me. Pay attention, boy. Junebug will not let up. Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble. Supposedly was the guy who stole somebody's wallet in the locker room and all that stuff. And then there was the PDF stuff that happened that was being thrown at him. Whether it was ever true or not, nobody knows. The two Utes. The two what? What? Did you say Utes? Yeah, two Utes. What is a Ute? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Two youths. Are you on drugs? No, I'm not on drugs. Oh, God, Adam Windsor. Rest in peace. Yeah. There's a name. God, Marty and Dory just soaked that kid dry. Kid thought he was going to be the next big thing and never did anything. Reminds me of the comedian where he was talking about his friend named Me. He literally confused the director by saying me all the time. I say, son, what you got going on here? I was walking by when I caught the smell of 11 herbs and spices. Look at that boy running all around like a chicken with his head cut off. Wait a minute. The two defendants. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Third base. Most he ever got was a WWF house show dark match with Paul London, long before London got signed. It was even better. His sister was named You. Let's see, we got who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third, and that's what I want to find out. And then I said, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. Yeah, the guy on third base? Yes. The guy playing third? Yes. The guy playing first? Yes. What's his name? Who? Guy on first base? Who? The guy playing first? Who? The first baseman? Who? Who is on first? I'm asking you who's on first.
Isn't the answer third base?
Yeah, see, there you go. Yes. Knock at my door. Knock next time. Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good. Hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. The Hey EW today was weird. It's with this team called Swirl. I've never heard of these guys. I don't like the redhead, and I like the other guy. I don't give a darn. Oh, that's our shortstop. Your Honor, please. Welcome to Hey EW. I am RJ City, and my guest is Danhausen. Hey. Anyways, brother, I wanted to come in, stop by, say hello to everybody, and I want to go play some video games and be a Gen Zer. There you go. All right. Well, thanks for the reaction request, dude. And I will speak with you soon. Good luck with the studies, and we'll see you in the chat. Ludicrous speed, go! My brains are going into my feet. 7 times 13 is 28, yes. You got 2 10s for a 5. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I want to set up that thing where we do the live chat again. Blake Christian, former NXT guy who dated Cora Jade. All right. And Lee Johnson, Nightmare Factory student married to Julia Hart. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who either one of them are. Steven, Django, Calvin, Candy. Oh my God. Or pushing Django. Come on. We have to. Job, Calvin, Endeavor, Steven. I am that 1 in 100. 1 in 10,000. Yeah, I didn't know Julia Hart was married either. But, whatever.
Just a couple updates. I cleaned the litter boxes, swept, did their water. They look exactly like me right now, the girls. Melancholy. And I set Wednesday with Reg. 10:30 is what Dave was aiming for, so I said, okay, I need to know because I have to prep and move the kitties around too.
Yeah.
And then my Aunt Judy got back to me, and I can call her just about any time tomorrow, as long as not in the 2 to 3 range, because she's taking one of Cass to the vets.
Okay.
So, and that's all I got. Except that we have that much milk.
Yeah, I know. I'll get some more in the morning. You married him in 2023. I remember the being the elite video where they went to Cody for his blessing, and he was like, "Yeah, whatever, go get married." Okay. News to me, yeah. They've gone to Plaid. I'm curious what ridiculous speed does. It's just a blip on the the ranking there. You got it, of course. Don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. Not as fun as the JBL and Cole show. I do miss the road trip show that they used to do. Remember the episode with Aleister Black and Ricochet where they got pulled over for speeding? And the camera crew has to pull over with them. Light speed, ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed. Yeah, ridiculous speed is just a filler. What happens at ridiculous speed? You know, do you go to plaid in ludicrous speed? What do you go to flannel in ridiculous speed? I mean, does that mean that Junebug's in ridiculous speed right now because he's wearing flannel pants? Best of Victor Borga was played randomly throughout the 90s. Yes. Yep. The woman go over there just about to sing that high note, and he falls off the stool and then opens it up, pulls out the seatbelt, does that gimmick. I do remember seeing this special Victor Borga. He did something very fascinating. He played Happy Birthday, but he did it in styles of various composers like Brahms and Beethoven and people like that. That was quite something. You know, definitely showing his musical prowess, not just his comic timing. Yeah, the fourth dimensional space, yeah. Yep, wait until backwards, turns the music over. So much good stuff. I think women should just do that now. They say, oh, you know, instead of like, oh, it's that time of the month or Aunt Flo's here, I'm on my. How you feeling on your? Same combination of my luggage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. together. Oh my God. Chew your gum. It is funny watching that scene where they're in the bed together with him and he's under the blankets and you can just see his arms going back and forth like this. That's all he's doing. And the girls are just selling it, you know. You're always wrong, Frank. That's what's so right about you. Is that Hot Lips Houlihan? I think we just interrupted a luauectomy. Yeah, it could be a Hawkeye piercing too. Yeah. I'm definitely saying it's a MASH line. I'm just not sure who. Ah, it was Pierce. There you go. Good call, Walt. Careful, Henry. This is how they got the czar. How do they expect us to fight a war without shuttlecocks? Spaceballs the sequel? I think they are, aren't they? I know my stuff. That's right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought that's what they're calling it. Spaceballs the sequel, but Airplane 2 did that. I haven't watched the MASH movie in ages. I think I will break it out. Are you talking about the original? I mean, the one that spawned the TV show? Was it Elliot Gould, Donald Sutherland, um, Frank? Um, no, Tom Skerritt and Sally Kirkland. Is that it? Yeah. Not the president the people who agree with me. And by the way, if that is left has a problem with that, they should vote for somebody else. That's President Robert Duvall. There you go. That's President Bartlett. That is the debate. Game On is the name of the episode. And that is Jason Brolin, who's playing the other guy there. Metal Ben, what's up, big man? How you doing? Thanks for stopping in, brother. Metal Ben, as a matter of fact, I might be changing up Bartlett for President 2028. You know it. I might be changing up the tiers for members. The 5.99 level might be going away. I can't just change it though. I have to delete it completely and make a new one. I'm not raising the price. I'm actually going to drop it because I want to try to get more people. So that may be happening sometime this month or next month. So. Oh yeah, who played Colonel Blake in the movie? Yeah. Hmm. Oh yes, Leo. Mm. Father Mulcahy, Christopher Brian. No, not Brian Christopher. It's something Christopher. Oh no, that's from the TV show. I'm sorry. Um, mm-hmm. Understandable. Yes. Was that the guy who played Udo or no? God, I cannot remember. You have this interesting conversation technique. It happens when I'm nervous. I get drunk. I do things. Yes, it was Odo. Okay. Yeah, I know you're talking. He was in Benson too. Um, yeah, I see his face, but I can't remember his name. He's got a French name too, Rene something. Hmm. That's why I keep hearing Ben. I gotta listen to it, but I really should give the time to myself and sit down here and listen to it. And I want to read the lyrics because that's a thing for me. I like being able to just sit down and read those too. William Christopher, yes, played Father Mulcahy in the TV show. Renee, that's it. Thank you. Yes, Walter. Man's got to do what a man's got to do. Yeah, actually, Benson's the first thing I think of when I think of that guy. Roger Bowen was Colonel Blake. He was one of the mentors of the Second City comedy troupe. Okay. I want to see what he looks like. Roger Bowen. Hmm. Okay. I don't recognize him. Yeah. Yeah, we have all the MASH seasons on DVD, so we should pull those out and start watching some. This is the time of year we usually like to watch that, especially a Crisis. It's one of our faves. Well, let's get one thing straight. Unfunded mandate is two words, not one big word. I have the whole TV series on DVD, but I never watched the movie for some reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally different vibe. The movie is a whole different kettle of fish. Helped coach the likes of Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, John Candy, etc. Oh, okay. Still have not watched the John Candy documentary. I Like Me. Do have to do that. Get some time tomorrow. I might do that. Got to remember, I'm a young pup here. I'm under 30, and I think by default that makes me one of the youngest, if not the youngest person here. I think Junebug beats you. Yeah, darker tone, whole different story. You know, of course, there's no laugh track, of course. I would insist if somebody partakes in watching the MASH movie with Donald Sutherland in it, immediately turn around and then watch Kelly's Heroes. Because I love Kelly's Heroes. Yeah, I still got to see the documentary, so I'm pretty sure it's good, though. Some episodes get pretty dark. See the episodes where Hawkeye's admitted to the psych ward, yes. Yeah, the later seasons where it gets very serious, they abandon the laugh track, you know. No, he was not in the movie. Yeah, the entire cast is recast for the TV show. That's right, I did give you my dad's copy of that, yes. And everyone's just so good in that film. You know, not just Clint Eastwood, but Telly Savalas is great. Donald Sutherland rocks it. Don Rickles is fantastic as Crap Game. Just everyone in that. Oh yeah, the hour long saying so long farewell, goodbye, so long farewell. If I'm saying it right. Mm. Damn thumbs. I know. I feel you. And the great storytelling aspect of that last episode is how it's not a happy ending. You know, this is a war show, and not everyone gets out unscathed. Father Mulcahy doesn't. Winchester doesn't. You know, a lot of stuff. Carol Connor, yeah, is in Kelly's Heroes. Yeah, the general. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, Deb Klima, she's been trying to get this song from her son's band to me, and she sent it like 3 or 4 different times. I just got it finally through YouTube, so I think I finally had the version I could do a reaction for her too, which is great. Gary Berghoff was in both the movie and the TV show, so it seems like not everyone was recast. Oh, that's right, Radar. Yes, you're right. Yes, Radar was not recast. Yep. Oh, The Great Escape, one of your favorites. Yep. Radar's the only one to do both. You know, it's a movie I haven't seen in so long. Victory. Michael Caine, Pele, Sylvester Stallone. Yes, Gary Berghoff has passed away. Thank you, Almighty Lord Google. Yes. No way. Is he? Really? Yeah, most of them passed away. Alan Alda's still alive. He does have Parkinson's, but he's still alive. We lost Loretta Swit, what, this year, last year? It's pretty recent. He's still alive. Wow. Yes, so it's a soccer team escaping a Nazi camp. Hmm. Yeah, that was on constant rotation when I was a kid on HBO. There were so many movies back then that were on so much. Victory was on a lot. The Elephant Man was on a lot. Um, I never watched it, but Dr. Zhivago was on heavy rotation. For some reason, I remember that. Um, this is the golden era of HBO. So yeah, 82 years young. Yeah, Jamie Farr still alive. Yep. There was a movie came out on Netflix in 2019 or 2020. It's got Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson. It's called like The Marriage Story or something like that. And Alan, they're a couple and they're getting divorced, and it's a whole trek through that timeline of them getting divorced. And Alan Alda plays Adam Driver's attorney. Does such a good job. It's a good movie. Turner Classic Movies, where I get my good stuff. Yeah, those two and Radar are the only ones left. Yep. Yeah, Trapper John passed away. Honeycutt's gone. Loretta Swit. Um, Winchester. I think of Winchester too. I forget his name. But I remember him from a Star Trek Next Generation episode, and he's the dad in Better Off Dead. Everything you know is wrong about the Weird Al song. Hmm. Oh, that Blake episode's death. The scene they didn't tell anybody about. And just like, hold on, there's one more page we got to do. And everyone's back in position. And David Ogden Steers, thank you.
Magic and Darius are in the kitchen. I'm just gonna spend a little time with Scarlet because she's really acting melancholy. Well, she's acting like me.
Mm.
So just give her a couple of minutes, and then we have to feed them.
Mm-hmm.
He's feeding them. Alright, don't take this part.
Channel mostly had westerns, but they had some other good stuff. There's a streaming service called Grit, I think it is. My mom's told me about it. It's all western stuff. So. Many Disney animated characters. Yep. Yeah, Colonel Blake's death there. That scene was last minute. Told all the cast get back in position. We got one more scene to do, and then Gary comes out, does the line, and then they just pan over. And in that shot, you hear one person drop an instrument, and it's the only sound in the entire scene, besides people trying not to cry. So. Oh, he was the sound of a villain in the Batman series. I remember an episode of Primetime Wrestling. Gorilla and Brain go to a restaurant in Ohio, and Gorilla makes a big talk about Jamie Farr with the owner. Really? Yes. was also very part of Steers. He conducted symphonies in his spare time. And thank you, he plays a conductor in The Man with One Red Shoe with Tom Hanks. The music major would know that, by the way. It was always weird to hear David Ogden Stiers speak in his normal voice and not have that snooty blue blood New England accent he had as Winchester. Yeah, yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. Winchester. Yep. Yeah, it was much deeper. Hmm. Then there's the episode of MASH where Harry Morgan plays that eccentric general. It's before he comes on as the Colonel Potter character, but he does that one off as that really whacked out general. If I said Harry Potter in there, I apologize, because Harry Morgan, Colonel Potter, you know. Was that a soft spot for Winchester, his love of music, and how he tried to act all snooty, but could be so kind in spirit and secret. Yeah, yeah, and that Christmas episode where he's bringing stuff to the orphanage, he's trying to do it on the down low. And then there's the guy who steals, I think, something from them, tries to sell it, and I forget the whole plot of the episode, but like that's where you see Winchester get really mad about something that's not about him. Oh, and then where Hawkeye's playing Santa for the 4077, and then they have an emergency, and a helicopter has to pull him out and take him into combat in the Santa Claus outfit. Soldier who stutters, yep. Remember the racist soldier there, and they darken his skin and everything? Yep. Remember that one? Young Patrick Swayze is in an episode. A young Andrew Dice Clay is in an episode. John Ritter is in an episode. Um, yeah, a lot of people will go on to do that show. Oh, there was a woman who was in an episode who had a thing for radar, I believe. Um, I want to say it was Radar. She played the. This is going to go back to the West Wing discussion. She played the Surgeon General, who's the godmother of Ellie, which is President Bartlett's middle child. So she's also the mother who's in the movie Rainmaker, Francis Ford Coppola movie. I gotta look her up now. Mary Kay Place. Or the other racist where they bring in a black dentist and he borrows Winchester Major's insignia to put the guy in his place. Yes! Yep, remember that one too. Oh, and then the one where Henry's got that crush on that girl who's like a college student cheerleader type chick. He's trying to do everything he can to look young and everything. He puts dye in his hair and it starts running. And oh, yeah. And any episode where Margaret gets drunk is classic. And for the Star Trek fans of the movie, Star Trek 4 with the whales, when they go back in time and they have the guy who has to create the plastic encoding for the Enterprise, the guy who's in charge of that plays the guy who's a fraud in the 4077, who is a great surgeon, but he never went to medical school. He becomes a priest at the end, even though he never went to seminary school, wherever that guy is. I can keep making these connections all night. Loretta Swift's fantastic when they let her be, yep. Her knitting in that episode where they go a full year was a major inspiration to Michelle start knitting. Because she starts out making like, like mittens or something, and then it becomes a scarf, then it becomes a sweater, then it becomes a blanket, because she just keeps adding to it and adding to it. That was very influential on her to start knitting. And the episode where everyone gets sick, and the last two to get sick are Margaret and Hawkeye. Hey, Legend, what's up, kid? I want it in my tushy. The derriere, the lower part of my backside. I can't stand pain. It hurts me. Margaret, you're fantastic. My kingdom for a competent octopus. That's a great line. Oh, got a couple cracks in with that one. Nice. Well, my friends, I've been on here for almost 2 hours. So I think I can take my leave now. So, what's going on? New video is up. Reaction to Sleep Token, The Summoning. It's a goofy-ass video, but I had a lot of fun making it and expect a lot more of my videos to be like that. There will be a Wrestling Jeopardy episode coming out Wednesday. I will be on Twitch Wednesday night. I'll be back on here Friday night for the usual hangout. And more episodes of You Gotta Hear This with me and Panda will be coming out soon. I laughed so hard at the episode where Winchester and Colonel Potter get the mumps and have to quarantine. Yes. Mm-hmm. A horse's ass. Your sister's ass. Well, I think it's that year episode also where Margaret is sewing, where Father Mulcahy gets the corn and he starts growing the corn, and he really wants the corn on the cob, and he gives all the corn to the cook guy and he creams it. Dumbfounded the kid at the hardware store when I asked for a discount on the sandpaper because there was a couple light scratches and said it was used. He was about to call the manager to ask. I don't know. I better call somebody. You had to stop him. It's like, dude. Dude. God, it's only 8:30, man. It feels like it should be later. Hello, nephew. Yeah, it's only 8:26. Feels like it should be 10 o'clock. I tell you, you're looking for blinker fluid. Yeah. Technical support, how may I help you? Yeah, I'm having trouble finding the any key. The what? The any key. What do you need that for? Well, it says press any key to continue. Goodness gracious. So, and as you can see, took down the Halloween decorations that were in here. Those are down. Still have a couple of things up in the living room, but other than that, that's all put away. But the saw goes nowhere because the saw is family. And now Vader's right there. Vader's hanging out here. Got my VHS stuff up here. You can see Leatherface a lot easier now, too. You tried turning it off and back on again. Yes. NES style. Everyone did that, and then they said, don't bother, it damages the cartridge. Nobody cared. We know what worked. We knew technology back then. Oh, the Doctor Strange goatee? Nice. I like that. My goatee, yes. Well, I figured that's fine. I appreciate that. Flavor saver. It's also a tickler. If you're special. Alrighty, well, I think on that happy note, we're going to say goodnight here. So thanks for stopping in, everybody. And I'll see you all again real soon.